All right. Welcome, everybody. Bat Pimp here. Let's get to it. Dawn of War 3 announcement of the release, April 27th. Now, that's not too far away. I did play the beta. Can't talk too much about it, but they just started the beta weekend this last weekend, which would have been March, what was it? March 3rd, I believe, through the 6th. Again, going through March 10th through the 13th, and we learned a lot of new things. They've stated that there's only one single multiplayer mode available at launch. Here, I'll provide the picture. So you can see, here we go. Here's a little forum post I was looking at on the 7th of March, and here we go. One other user posted that there's conflicting information about the multiplayer. If is it available for one or two or what? And so here we go. As you can see, Kat, the representative from Relic, has stated that yes, we're only going to have one multiplayer. So I don't know how this bodes for Dawn of War 3 because the it's a multiplayer is explained as sort of a MOBA esque kind of idea. So you've got one main base with a power core. You've got two shield generators. I'm sorry, you have three shield generators, and you have two turrets. So you've got your power core, two turrets defending it, and the three shield generators powering the turrets. So the idea is that you attack these shield generators, which then makes the turrets vulnerable, which then makes the power core vulnerable, and that is their new version of, I guess, Annihilation. The classic Annihilation, where the enemy just has two turrets to defend them, is gone. VP Victory Point, that is, from Company Heroes 1 and 2, and Dawn of War 1 and 2 are not mentioned. Uh, Phil Buell, apparently I think the lead game designer, or no, game director, is stating that they're going to launch with just the one mode. I mean, they're putting all their eggs in one basket. That is going to be one godlike mode. I've never heard of any game really do that, especially not Dawn of War. I mean, people are expecting Last Stand, Victory Point. You know, I'm guessing I'm thinking the game is going for this kind of MOBA popularity with like League of Legends, Heroes of the Storm, where you want to take out defenses to finally push all the way to the core. How this is going to affect balancing, the pace of the game. I have my opinions on that. We can't talk about it because it's still under beta, but just from what they have released, I don't know. I'm kind of scared. Like I said, they're putting all their eggs in one basket into a mode that's not been tested before. I mean, not in an RTS sense and in a MOBA sense, but this is an RTS, right? Not a MOBA. So I'm really confused at how they came to this decision, especially for just one game mode. I wouldn't mind it if it was like part of the game modes, but to make it the exclusive one at launch, and they don't even have all the factions. I mean, I'm gonna start to get scared if this is like the way it leads because it's turning more into a MOBA than it is an RTS. Some other information that we have, pre-order business. So we've got the April 27 launch date. This is all I'm getting from the website itself. You've got three skins: Queen Solaria, which you can see in the background. You've got the new Morkanaut, and here's the collectors and limited editions options. So you've got the $129 with the item, and you've got the 64.99 deal with the regular pre-order. Here's just me scrolling through some of the important parts of the game that you can see that you'll get. You got all the big giants, the colossal battles. Anyways, the important thing is it's April 27th is when it's available. So my reservations for the game so far lie with the information that we've had. $60 for a 2017 game that a lot of people aren't excited about. Seems like a lot of money. The other thing we want to consider who the audience is these days. If they're really reaching for the MOBA people and the classic RTS people, they're giving them like half of each. They're not giving either party what they want. And Relic is known for innovating. Homeworld, Company of Heroes, Dawn of War, Space Marine. They're always innovating, but have they reached too far? Have they thinned themselves out? In comparison to what people expect. I don't know that MOBA people are going to be looking at this. They want to stick with their MOBAs. People are dedicated to their games. They log in every day. This might be a variation for them, but it might be too different. And then the people that want classic RTS mode, they want their big battles, they want base building, they want taking out. Are they going to accept the MOBA type of a game mode that is at launch? Are they going to accept paying $60 for a game these days when you can get League of Legends Heroes of the Storm for free and you just pay for skins? Is Sega going to influence Relic? They did for Company Heroes 2, where they tried to sell skins, try to sell factions. It didn't bode well for Total Warhammer, but they pulled through. They made a lot of changes, I believe, after the fact. But is Relic walking into that? Are they walking into too many half truths, too many differences between the MOBA and the RTS, and did they capture the right ones? Or do they got the right market? I mean, I could see this. I love Dawn of War. Don't get me wrong. I could see paying $30, $40 for this, like other games like Vermintide, Warhammer Eternal Crusade, other 40K games, and then on top of that, later on, get DLC in the form of skins. That would be acceptable to me. Now, if they try to do DLC and break apart the factions by DLC, a la Company Heroes 2 getting certain commanders, that is really going to piss off the community. I can tell you just from experience of what's going on with other 40K games. And in general, like people are not happy with that kind of stuff, especially this day and age when they're asking you to pay $60. The multiplayer seems different from Dawn of War 1 and 2, and that's another change that people, I don't know, necessarily are going to be willing to accept at the $60 price point. It's just a different day and age. We can get stuff for cheap or for free. I don't see why we need to pay super full price when it's better to get us with a core, strong gameplay mechanic that's well trusted and well understood. I don't know if they changed it too much for people to accept these changes, but I digress. I don't want to go on forever. The game looks pretty good. Everybody on Steam and on the forums are going to have their own opinions of the game and what's going on, but hopefully they didn't deviate too much from what people are expecting. Anyways, I'm curious what you guys think. With the new information, are you still pumped for Dawn of War 3? Are you over it? Is there any new news that you think you could share with us? Leave a comment in the description below. Thanks, guys. This is Bad Pimp. Follow me on my channels and let's play together. Warhammer Forever. Whoa!